Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is 2 o'clock on Wednesday, February the 28th, 2024. Welcome to the 330 To Go Sports Talk Show. I am Mike Vorhies. That is Jay Wilhelm the third. Jay, happy Wednesday, man. Happy hump day. How are you, brother?
Hump day. How are you, man?
It is, I've been awake since 2:15. I am a little tired because of the weather this morning, but I digress. It'll be okay. I can sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, you didn't get run over running on a quarter or anything, so you should be pretty good.
I love it. Way to go. What a segue. What a segue. Before we do that, folks, I'm going to drop in the link to the StreamYard today. If you want to join the show, copy and paste the link into your web browser. Follow the prompts. Jump on. Come talk to Jay. Come talk to me. Take over the show. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Make sure that you like the post, you share the post, you comment. Let us know that you're here. Let's throw some banners up. Look at that. There you go. To participate in the show. There you go. Jay gave it a little bit of a teaser. Court storming. Are you serious? Another one. Another basketball player is injured as fans storm the court following the Wake Forest Demon Deacons knocking off the Duke Blue Devils. Duke was ranked number 8 at the time. Kyle Filipowski was injured when the Demon Deacon fans ran on the court. Jay, are we done with court storming?
I don't know what Kelly Kapowski's problem is, but I can
I love it.
I can see the argument for both sides. Let's be serious. I can see the argument for both sides. But if it happened at Duke to Wake Forest, would Kelly Kapowski and his coach still feel the same way? I don't think so.
Good question.
I don't think so. And
that's a good question.
I will die on top of the hill that he actually initiated the original contact with said fan.
So last night I was watching a basketball game. It was who was playing? It was Kentucky and who did Kentucky play last night? Why am I drawing a blank? Good golly, Miss Molly. Why? I hate
because we're on air. Yeah, it was Mississippi State.
Thank you. Mississippi State. They actually had a sign. They put it up on the scoreboard that if Mississippi State beat Kentucky, they weren't allowed to storm the court.
Yeah, there's a lot of conferences and schools that actually have in place disciplinary action and or fines. If you remember the kick 6 with Auburn and Alabama, the one commentator yelled at the end, they're not going to keep them off the field tonight because the SEC is one of the ones, especially in football, that the school gets fined major money anytime somebody enters the field of play after a game.
So I'm gonna say this. So I think court storming is awesome. If your team goes into somebody else's house and beats them and they're ranked, you have every right to go on the court and celebrate with other fans, the team, the coaching staff. Like that is what makes college sports. Yeah. Can we just not try to continue to take things away just because somebody doesn't like it?
Yeah, maybe we just alter going in, if you have a potential of a court storming, you do. Anytime Duke plays, there's the potential for it. Maybe we change there's potentially a court storming going to happen here in the next 5 minutes. Maybe we do our handshake line back by the locker room. Maybe we do our sportsmanship stuff out of the way. Maybe just go home if you're the players. Get out of the way. You know it's coming.
Right. We got to figure it out. I mean, it's just a joke. I mean, obviously, we started with Caitlin Clark when Ohio State stormed the court when they beat Iowa in overtime, and now you have, as you've deemed him, Kelly Kapowski, Kyle,
whatever his name is.
Well, that's his name. That's his given name.
Well, yeah, after complaining. Yeah. After complaining, that's what I hear.
I mean, obviously, I agree to an extent that there
Same.
needs to be player safety, coach safety. Like, we need to take that into consideration. But you
Yeah.
want to take away court storming when a team just did something that nobody thought they'd do, nobody would upset. Some like, come on, give me a break, grow up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so
The
many different ideas and things that can be done to still allow this to happen. Because I mean, these are college kids. They're all inebriated,
yeah,
most likely. They're now selling alcohol inside these stadiums and these arenas. Let's stop. Like we're going to be able to get them in a very emotional state, take a moral high ground on something. Just let them. They're in college. Let them do it. Just figure it out on the
yeah. I
back end.
mean, yeah, it is what it is. I say court storming stays. I think you would agree, Jay, that it needs to stay. I
do.
I get it. I understand both sides of the story just like you do, but come on.
Yeah.
Let me know. People that are tuning in, let me know your thoughts. Jump into that comment section. Or if you want to join the show and tell me how I'm wrong or Jay's wrong, you see the link, copy and paste that link and then follow the prompts. It's really easy. Really, really easy to get on the show. I promise. Sticking in the basketball realm, Jay, we have a history watch going on. Caitlin Clark is 51 points shy of capturing the all-time Division I scoring record, men's or women's. She is 51 points away from Pistol Pete Maravich, who in his career scored 3,667 points. He averaged 44 during his career without a three-point line.
3-point line. Yeah. It's impressive. It's insane.
She scored, Caitlin Clark scored 24 in a win over Illinois. She has 51 to go. Jay, 2 games left tonight at Minnesota and then Sunday at home versus Ohio State. That's the game I can't wait to watch. Do you think she breaks it tonight?
No.
You think she'd rather break it at home in front of her fans?
I don't know that it's a rather. Probably in front of her fans because she is Iowa through and through. The state, school, the people, she's Iowa. So I think she would rather do it at home. I don't think that she's going to overexert herself to get it. I think she's going to play within the game. I think that's what she's really, really good at. I think she's going to play within the game. I think she gets more than half of it taken away tonight. And then I think she breaks it against Ohio State, probably in the first half, early second half, depending upon what she ends up with tonight. But I would see a 25-35 night from her tonight, and then the rest comes against Sunday.
So, Jay, I got a question for you. What do you think Caitlin Clark means to women's basketball right now?
Right
now,
everything.
Are we watching the female version of Michael Jordan taking over right now?
I wouldn't say the female Michael Jordan. Who would I hitch that name to? To me, she's taking the women's game to a stratosphere it's never been to. You've seen those lines to get in those arenas? Women's basketball has never seen that. Ever. Never. The ticket prices, we mentioned this pre-show, almost $500 a ticket.
Yeah, I think it's $511. I think were the cheapest I saw. Yeah.
Has a women's game ever seen that before? No.
How many people are tuning in on? I think it's on Fox. It's either on Fox or CBS on Sunday against Ohio State. I mean, how many people are going to tune into that? Especially if she's about ready to break the record.
More than any NBA game this year.
Yeah, I love that. Another great segue. Jay, I'm just going to call you Mr. Segue from here on out. How about that? Jumping in, how about it last night, Cavs fans? What a basketball game. Supermax from three-quarter court for the win over the Dallas Mavericks in a game that I can't believe. I couldn't turn it off. It was so interesting.
Yeah, especially that fourth quarter. Like halfway through the fourth, we all kind of realized, okay, we're in for something here. And then to make Max's feat at the end even better was the fact that it kept him perfect from 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he hit four 3-pointers in the fourth quarter, I think on consecutive possessions, which was absolutely insane. We were down, and then he hit a three, and then he hit another three, and then he hit another three.
Is the game was close, and usually you want to do a heat check then, right? But he didn't do that. He kept Donovan Mitchell got some points in the paint and at the line within the play of the game. Those were made in the play. He didn't do some random heave-ho heat check because he hit 3 or 4 in a row. He stayed within the game, and every time they needed him to hit a big shot, he did.
Unbelievable. I mean, the radio announcer for the Cavs going absolutely nuts. The TV broadcast going nuts. I loved listening to the Dallas Mavericks radio announcer.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, when the ball, because he was excited that PJ Washington had just scored to put him up, and then they inbound it to Strus, and he just said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" Like you could just hear it completely taken out, like all the just everything taken out. So that was one of the best calls ever. I couldn't agree more. Just an amazing call last night. The Cavs, I mean, I'm telling you what, I might be biased because I live in Ohio and I've lived in Ohio my whole life. We have some of the best sports play calling and like radio people, TV
my
people.
Goodness.
Unbelievable. We're spoiled.
I've lived in 6 or 7 different states, and the only one that I've ever seen come close is out in California back in the Dodger days with Cosell, and then the guy that just recently retired that everybody remembers as the Dodger guy. I can't remember his name now.
I can't think of it either.
They were the closest ones, but we have guys like Tom Hamilton, Herb Score. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I've lived in 6 different states, and I can attest to the fact that Ohio, Northeast Ohio specifically.
Yeah, it starts with the Browns, Jim Donovan. We grew up with Joe Tate calling the Cavs games, and Tim Alcorn was the radio call that Northeast Brewing was referring to. He said, Tim Alcorn's radio call, that is, I was listening to it on the radio on the drive home. I mean, he's as good as Joe Tate. Whoa. I don't know about that.
That's so big.
He's good.
That's a big one.
He's good. But I don't know if we're going to put him in Joe Tate's category just yet. But, I mean, it was a great call. The fact that it went in, I'd have hated if that didn't go in. We're not having this conversation, and we're talking about how the Cavs have lost 3 in a row. And
different conversation. Yeah,
completely. Yeah. But this Cavs team, I'm sorry, I've said it early on. I know people were like, oh, pump the brakes. You're getting too excited. This Cavs team is something special right now. They're something special with Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Mobley. I mean, Allen. You got Max Strus. You got Sam Merrill off the bench. You got Craig Porter Jr., who nobody even knows. Like, they're incredible. That is rarefied air, I know, but the call gave me chills. I'll give you that. I mean, watching it on television was incredible. So I've been known to watch on TV and mute the people on TV and have the radio going. So, I mean, it goosebumps for sure. I agree. I don't get goosebumps often, but it definitely happened to me last night. I mean, it was great. It was such an amazing, amazing game. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. This Cavs team now, I mean, they take on the Bulls tonight in Chicago. So we know that the Cavs.
That's a rough one, back to back.
Well, Chicago's not the same that they were. Chicago's one of those.
It's always tough though, going back to back on the road after an emotional win. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. It's always a rough go. But
Northeast Ohio Craft Brewery News. Totally. I do the same with Tom Hamilton. Absolutely. Because the guys on Bally Sports that call the Guardians games, I think it's Matt Underwood and Rick Manning.
Yes.
I will take Tom Hamilton and Jim Rosenhaus any day of the week. Hey Jay, do you want me to give you a little spoiler? I like spoilers. Do you like spoilers?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Well, first, if you love baseball and you love the Cleveland Guardians, be sure to tune in to the MLB Guardcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts, Or if you want to watch, we are on YouTube as well. Just search MLB Guardcast. Join myself and Brian Shaw as we talk about all things Cleveland Guardians related all season long. We will drop pods all the time. Brian is the resident statistician, and I'm just kind of along for the ride with him. So MLB Guardcast, find it, listen to it. Jay, I know you listen to it. You've told me before. It's all good. It's all good, right? All right, now you ready for the teaser? I have it on good authority that we will have a special guest here on the 330 to go sports talk show on Wednesday at 2 p.m. in the very near future, where we will be joined by. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Jim Rosenhaus and potentially the GOAT, Tom Hamilton.
That would be sweet.
I'm working on it behind the scenes. I've talked with Rosie a few times via email. He's in. We're just trying to get the second part of the dynamic duo together with them being in Arizona. Time change is a little different, and 2 o'clock would be really hard considering they're most likely going to be at a game at a stadium throughout the week. So maybe as spring training ends right before the season starts, we might be able to get them on because the Guardians start the season in Oakland to take on the A's. So we'll have some time. So
and if you need me to fly down there and meet him at the ballpark, I mean, just say the word.
Yeah, we'll see what's in the 330 to go budget. We may have to do that. Well, Jay, you have a special treat for us today with the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, so we did trivia. We've done trivia a few times. We've done some things where we just spout out our opinion. But for the next 2 weeks, and we're going to start with me asking Mike, we're going to start with get to know Mike Vorhies, the baseball edition. It's not trivia. Okay. We're just going to find out where he's at as a fan. So I got, I think, 10 questions here.
All right.
And we're going to get to know Mike a little bit.
Let me get the timer up here so that we don't we never want to go too long.
And then next week, he's going to reciprocate to me the same questions, and we'll get to know my fandom side.
You guys want to know us a little bit. All right, Jay. Tell me when you're ready, and I will hit the timer.
I'm ready.
All right, timer has begun, sir.
What is your favorite MLB stadium?
PNC Park, Pittsburgh.
If you could go back in time and watch one major leaguer in history in person, who would it be?
Babe Ruth. The fact that he could pitch and hit all day long, I'd love to watch.
Who's your favorite baseball player of all time?
I'm gonna shock some people here. Carlos Baerga, second baseman from the Indians. He was absolutely my favorite growing up. I got a picture with Carlos. I've met Carlos. He's one of a kind.
What is one Major League Baseball stadium you need to get to before your time is up?
Fenway Park, Boston. I've never been. It's been on my list for a long time. Amazing. I got to get there.
It's amazing. What's the next city you'd like to see get an MLB team?
Las Vegas. They've got hockey. They've got football. I think basketball for them is soon. I think baseball would make a whole lot of sense in Vegas. A lot of money to be spent out there. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Sure. What's your least favorite thing about baseball?
Well, it used to be the length of the games. They've shortened that dramatically. I can't really think of one thing off the top of my head that makes me dislike baseball. Maybe the lack of offense in some games.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about baseball?
Just the nuance of baseball. Being able to watch a pitcher throw his best at a hitter at his best, and it's like a car crash. I love it. I can't get enough of it.
If you were good enough to make it to the big leagues, what position would you choose?
First base, because I'm a big guy and I got great eye-hand coordination. I have no depth perception, so I'm not in the outfield. I can't pitch, so I'll have to play the infield. So I will play first base.
All right, and the last one you've already answered. Favorite Indians or Guardians player of all time? We already know.
Carlos
They're
Baez.
your favorite player of all time, Baerga. So there we go.
There you go. The 2-minute drill sponsored by Jay this week. I can't wait to get him back next week. So now we're going to talk Guardians a little bit. They're 2-2 now in spring training, Jay. Austin Hedges homered on Sunday, which that doesn't happen often. So you take those. I know that the Guards took one on the chin yesterday against the Oakland A's. We really don't pay attention to the scores. It's guys basically just getting loose, getting into game shape. And does the record really mean anything at the end of the day?
No, I want to see guys get timing down. I want to make sure that they're in shape. I want them to get in and get out with no major season-ending things. But you're right. It's all about timing. It's all about just getting prepped for when it counts.
Well, the Guards are on again this afternoon. They take on, I believe it is the Angels of Anaheim, the Los Angeles Angels, today at 3:05. I can't wait for that. That'll be fun to tune in. I will say, watching Chase DeLauder hit an absolute bomb in that game yesterday. I don't know if the ball even landed.
I saw it go over. It was
Shane.
Yeah, it went over.
I apologize, Shane. I missed the comments while we were doing the 2-minute drill. Too many teams now, he said. No more teams. And then the Oakland A's, yeah, I get it. I get it. We know Oakland doesn't really have a home right now. They're moving to Vegas. So that'll be soon enough. I don't know. Are there enough? I don't know if there are enough baseball teams or not.
I think 30-32 is a good sweet. So I don't find that to be.
We got to get Montreal. I think Montreal needs a team at some point.
Nashville,
another Canadian team. I think Nashville is a spot.
Nashville would a home run. I've lived in Nashville and saw how they treat their AAA affiliate, the Nashville Sounds, and I'll tell you, put a major league team down there, that's a home run. No pun intended.
Oh, nicely done. Well done. All right, 2 more things I want to talk about, Jay. NASCAR. Did you happen to watch NASCAR at Atlanta? How about a 3-way photo finish?
I didn't watch it until the end because I saw the photo finish.
That's usually what happens. People, I feel the more teams, the less talent to spread around. I don't know, Shane. I think with baseball, you can always find talent. I think.
And there's so many. What most people don't realize is there's so many minor league teams that it's already diluted. And then you got single A short season, the winter leagues, the summer leagues, and not all of them play in the major leagues. So that diluted talent he's talking about already exists.
What about over in Japan? And you got the Mexican league. There's players everywhere. We'll find it. But back to NASCAR. Daniel Suarez inches out Ryan Blaney by 0.03 of a second. 0.03 of a second over Ryan Blaney. Kyle Busch finishes third. Shane says maybe the best NASCAR finish ever.
One of them.
It's one of them. It's definitely one of them.
For sure.
It was absolutely insane. I
think
you
got to put a .00 something.
Yeah, I think the best NASCAR finish of all time was Dale Earnhardt Sr. winning Talladega for the first time, or winning Daytona. I'm sorry, for the first time. That was emotional for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Dale Earnhardt guy, so. NASCAR, they had to go to the review to determine the winner. Nobody really knew who won. And then they give it to Daniel Suarez. I'll tell you what, man, NASCAR's fun to watch. You had some nice wrecks. Thankfully, nobody injured. Obviously, you never want to see anybody get hurt. But some wrecks that took out some big names in the field. I love NASCAR. And then the final thing, Jay, I know you're a big golf guy, so I wanted to wrap it up with golf here. The match took place over the weekend. You had Rory McIlroy and Max Homa teaming up against LPGA Lexi Thompson and Rose Zhang. What did you get a chance to watch this at all?
So this is perplexing to me. I am, as we all know, I'm a huge golf guy.
You are.
And I've seen every match except this one. And you know what I noticed? It wasn't advertised as much as the other ones, and I don't know why. Is it because
Well,
of the Live PGA stuff and Rory's involvement and words about that? Like, what's the reasoning it didn't get as much push beforehand as the others did?
you might be onto something, Jay. Well, Rory McIlroy won overall. He had 10 skins in 12 holes. He also won the closest to the pin sudden death challenge, where $2.4 million was donated to charity. I like when they do the match games, but I don't understand why we did guys against girls. Why not Rory and one of the LPGA people? Like, why did we do it this way?
That's what I thought it was gonna be when I saw the promo for it. But then I'm like, why have I only seen this promo 24 hours before the match? The previous ones I saw it months in advance.
Yeah,
I was talking about the match last year at Christmas.
Yeah. I love when I think it's great when you take a pro golfer, you mix in a celebrity, and you have some fun with it. Like it was Steph Curry and Klay Thompson 1 year against I can't remember who did they play? Steph and Klay. I don't remember. I just remember Steph getting really upset with Klay because he's not a great golfer.
Well, one of the coolest moments was when Tom Brady was doing it, and Charles Barkley was the commentator, was giving him crap, and then he holes one from like $120 out, and he told Charles to suck on this, Charles, I think was his words. And I'm like, that was cool to me. We got to see the GOAT of something else come in and do a shot that 99% of the world can't do, and he's not even a golfer.
What want to do's? I'm having I don't understand. Jay, do you get this comment?
What want to do's 1T to this?
Sheila, you'll have to help me out. I don't know what you mean. If I'll give her a minute to maybe correct that comment. But
you know what I'd like to see while we're waiting on her? Yeah, I would like to see the PGA almost do like a half a season break and get guys like Bryson and Rory and all that to do almost like a skills challenge for golf. I think that would be cool, like closest to the pin, longest drive, like figure out something else too. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it would just be a cool little thing that's kind of like this, but breaks up the monotony of like the PGA season of just, okay, here's 4 rounds. I love it, but not a whole lot of people watch golf. But I think it would be cool if we watched Rory and Justin from the closest to the pin from the bunker, or you ended up on a patio and you got to clean it from there to the pin, something.
There you go. Jay, you got a supporter. Shane Ross says that would be sweet for golf. I agree. Yeah. I mean, we're looking for ways to help out All-Star Weekend for all these different sports. What if we just let's get a punter out there and let him see if he can chip, or let's see if we can let's just get teams together. Let's do a best of. That would be great, right? Let's do it. I'm down. Let's make it happen. Yeah. Let's send emails. So before we go, Jay, any last any closing thoughts?
Go Cavs. Go Guardians. And I'm teeing it up for the first time this spring on Sunday. Can't wait. Boulder Creek, baby.
Oh, Boulder Creek. I've played there and I actually won a golf outing at Boulder Creek. Nice. I was with a great team. Oh, there it is. There it was. There was Kelly.
That came up when it did.
Kelly Kapowski getting hit right there. That was Kyle Filipowski.
So good. Again.
Just absolutely gets destroyed by the fans. They slow it down. Yeah, look.
Hey, Kyle, that was an extension. That's offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
That was an offensive foul.
Whistle. Thanks for that. Yeah. That's incredible. I love that. I love it. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Anyway, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're loaded here at the 330 To Go Network. You've got the morning show on Monday and Wednesday mornings with Julie Holiday. You've got Matt McGaw hosting the 330 To Go Sports Talk Show on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. You got me and Jay on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. You've got Sam Amico tomorrow night, 6 p.m. with some Cavs talk. Guys, where you're at. If you're not watching us or watching them, I think you're missing out. We've got We've got some great shows going on here on the network for 330 to go. Hey, Jay, let's do this again next week. Does that sound good?
Man, I'm down. I can't wait.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you all so very much. But before we go, Jay, have a wonderful Wednesday. Have a great Thursday, a great Friday. Be nice to each other, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, you are enough right there on the hoodie. You are enough, folks. We'll see you next time here on the 330 to go high school. Nope, not 330 to go high school football show. That's in the fall. I'm getting ahead of myself. The 330 to go sports talk show. Until next time, we'll see you next. See you, folks.